Welcome to Prime Testimony Channel. I hope you are enjoying my videos. Today we are going to look at an aspect of Wode and draw some examples from scripture. And I've gone through various videos of Wode. I'm talking specifically about videos where he's been trolled, videos where people have criticized him, videos where even some people have insulted him, and observe critically how he reacted to them. And I can come to conclusion that he applies emotional intelligence most of the time. I do not claim mastery over the subject emotional intelligence because we are all learning, but this is what I have realized. I've realized that anytime they push him to corner, they criticize him, they say things that are not true, and they say so many things against him, he doesn't react immediately, but he rather applies some kind of delay, look through the issue before he comes, with a response. I said I will give some scriptural example. Jesus did some whilst he was on earth. And there was a time the Pharisees brought before him a woman who they claimed had been found in the act of committing adultery. All they wanted to do was to test Jesus to see his response. But what did he do? He rather bent down, scribed or wrote something on the floor, as if he had not even heard the question they asked him. Raised his head up, applying little delay over there. And when he was ready with the answer, by asking them, whoever had never innocent should be the first to throw the stone, gradually they all left one by one. The little time Jesus Christ bent down to write on the floor was a little delay he employed. So sometimes in our real life, sometimes somebody will do something that will cause you so much pain, and there's a general temptation for you to react immediately. But like what the man sometimes does, he will take time, delay a little, pull back, think through the issue, strategize, weigh various options before he takes a decision. I think it is something worth emulating. Nobody wants to be trolled in the social media, or nobody wants to be, run over or to be pushed over. But sometimes it helps if you take your time to critically think through an issue before you give the response. Sometimes before you even come with a response, the accusers or the people who might have done that might have found the truth, would have come to apologize, or sometimes they might not come to apologize. But because you've taken time to think through the issue, you'll be able to come with a response that will be very, very, acceptable. Which other way can I also support by way of giving a scripture as to an application of, emotional intelligence? I think I can give an example of Jesus Christ also crying. We are told in the Bible that Jesus Christ wept, and that showed that he was a human at that time. Sometimes issue gets to us so much, and sometimes there's a tendency or the temptation that I will react immediately. But crying is a way of expressing emotion. So sometimes when things get to us, we can, because we are human, we can allow ourselves to cry, to do away the pain that is bottled within us. And after you have cried or you have wept, you'll be able to sit down, think through the issue before you'll be able to address the issue. In Africa, in a lot of communities, they say a man should not weep, a man should not cry. So when something is so painful, culturally say you are not supposed to express the emotion of crying, otherwise the people will laugh at you. But we are humans. That is why when you are going through issue that is painful and you need to cry or you need to see a counselor, you got to do that so that you'll be able to have a better counsel and come up with a better alternative solution to deal with the issue. If I should support another scripture, another one is Moses. The reason why he did not see the promised land or the Canaan is that he did not apply emotional intelligence. He was a leader, and despite all the miracles, according to the Bible, God has shown by crossing the Red Sea and all these things. The people of Israel at that time, or the Israelites who were following Moses, at a point in time, did not appreciate it. Whenever they had challenges, they would be complaining. If you had been in Egypt, we would be eating our garlics and onions. We would have been enjoying this and that. Incessant complaint. Sometimes as a leader, the people following you will complain. As a manager, they will complain. And sometimes you look back and consider the support that you have given them in times past, or the favors that that report to you have enjoyed in times past, and right now they are complaining. Sometimes if you are not careful, you may take a decision that will not be very helpful. So when you are being pushed, just give yourself a little relaxation and be able to take a decision. I have a policy that I will not take decision in my anger or in my confusion, because you are human. Sometimes when you take decision whilst you are angry, you may end up destroying certain things. Please don't misconstrue or misunderstand me. Wode is not Jesus, but I studied a couple of his videos trying to see how he reacts to issue before coming up with this video. So all I'm trying to say is that sometimes when something gets at you, take your time. Sometimes it may help if you delay a little and think through the issue, weigh various options, strategize, take calculated steps before you come up with your answer. We all saw that so-called reverend minister who was getting at him, and the people that were even accusing him falsely. All those things were unfounded. But with time, all the truth are coming out. So those of you, my friends, that are also, in social media, some are even politicians. Sometimes people say very bad things against them. Yes, sometimes some of the things they say against us may be true. Other times it may not be true. But whichever way it is not helpful for you to angrily, take decisions to react to an issue. Sometimes you may say something, post in the social media, and you may regret for the rest of your life. You may come and apologize, but the damage has already been done. Sometimes you may do a damage to another person, another company, or another friend, or another community, or another country, or you may do something so injurious to the person that even after you have apologized, that indelible imprint of negativity that has been imprinted in the minds of people may never go. So we must be slow to anger. We must take our time to react to issues as social media practitioners, as managers, as business people, even as pastors. Because sometimes it's disturbing when you see pastors fighting in social media because of a comment somebody made. Yes, we do not encourage anybody to troll anybody in social media or to insult people. But when some of these challenges come, just withdraw, take your time, and find better solutions to deal with the issues. Otherwise, taking quick decisions may not be able to help. And I believe that has been one of the secrets of Wode. That is why he has succeeded. And as he told us in some of his videos, he says that sometimes, or most of the time, or all the time, he takes these criticisms, analyze them, and pick some lessons from there, and he move forward. That is why I would encourage you to subscribe to his channel, because he is an eye for the development of Africa. I will also encourage you to share these videos, subscribe to my channel as well, and then make comments and like the videos. My name is Ato Brentishan, and this Prime Testimony channel. Remember, I said sometimes apply little delay and think through issues before you react. This Ato Brentishan from Prime Testimony channel. See you in my next video. Bye bye.